I'm Tim Marlow, and every month I'll be bringing you my personal selection of the most exciting events and exhibitions from across the international calendar. This month, a celebration of an underrated American painter and a kaleidoscopic work in Washington, DC. The UK hosts its first major exhibition dedicated to one of the great French fashion designers. And the grandmother of performance art takes centre stage in London. But first, to Brazil and the 35th Biennale de Sao Paulo, which promises not to dance around the most urgent issues of our time. Choreographers of the Impossible, this year's edition of the second oldest art biennial in the world, will feature around 100 artists, 76 of whom come from the global south. There are not the usual one, but in fact 4 curators: artist Grada Quilomba, anthropologist Helio Menezes, curator Diane Lima, and museum director Manuel Borja Vilel, who will present work as varied as an artist collective who've enlisted football fans to display monumental flags of protest, to an album commissioned from the Brazilian singer Inaicira Falcao, in a programme that the curators hope will, quote, confront the ideas of freedom, justice and equality as impossible achievements. Next, a timely splash of colour hits the walls of the Smithsonian American Art Museum. Even though Alma Thomas was recognised as a major American abstract painter in the years leading up to her death back in 1978, this exhibition, Composing Colour, Paintings by Alma Thomas, feels long overdue. Colour lay at the heart of her art and beyond. A world without colour would seem dead, she once observed. In her intoxicatingly vibrant paintings and watercolours, Thomas gave new life to the shapes and patterns she saw in the world around her, in work that is never decorative and always hard-won. Even at the end of her life, riddled with arthritis, she still painted. And this exhibition will survey the vivid career of one of the unsung heroes of post-war American painting. Now to something devastatingly chic, and the V&A is staging an exhibition devoted to the work of Gabrielle Chanel, better known as Coco. For 60 years, beginning in 1910, Coco Chanel made some of the most original, subtle, elegant and epoch-making designs in women's fashion, not to mention jewellery and cosmetics, and she established arguably the most successful fashion house of the 20th century. This exhibition, Gabrielle Chanel, Fashion Manifesto, will feature over 180 looks, including outfits created for Lauren Bacall, Marlene Dietrich and many more, seen together here for the first time, and which paved the way for a new feminine elegance which continues to influence the way women dress today. And finally, hardcore performance art in the hallowed spaces, no less, of the Royal Academy of Arts in London. Marina Abramović will be the first living female artist to take on the main galleries of the RA, and even at the age of 76, having risked life and limb during her illustrious career as a performance artist, this show promises to be one of her most dramatic. It will highlight key moments of her 50-year career, including recreations of Nude with Skeleton, The House with the Ocean View, and Imponderabilia from 1977, where the viewer has to squeeze between 2 naked figures standing opposite one another in a doorway. Intimacy, endurance, and pushing the body to its limits have always been hallmarks of Abramović's work. But the question for curators was always how the immediacy of ephemeral live performances could be preserved. The answer was for Abramović to train a new generation of artists to re-perform some of the most compelling, disturbing, moving and transformative works of the past half-century. So there you have it, my selection of must-see shows from around the world this September. I do hope you get to experience at least one of them.